my note card. For a moment, I would like for you to think about a time when somebody asked you to maybe give a speech at their wedding or talk in front of other people, and think about how nervous you were. For most of my life, that was me, until I took Calm 1. Today, I am here to inform you about my experience in Calm 1. We will explore what I hoped I would get out of this class, what I believe the best part was of this class, and finally, how this course could improve in the future. Let's jump into what I got out of this course. This course helped me become more of a confident public speaker, not only just with family, but also in real public settings. I work and volunteer at the church that I go to and I volunteer with the middle schoolers. And in the past, they had asked me to speak on a youth group night and kind of give the sermon to the kids. For a while, I was super nervous and was like, there is absolutely no way I'd do that. I am way too terrified. But after taking this class, I learned simple ways to not only engage with the audience, but also just calm myself and remember what I was talking about. This class, I also hope that it would help me not look too nervous while speaking, and I can confidently say that I feel like I don't have the nervous sway or the eyes up here or just reading like this whenever I give speeches anymore. This class also helped me to look forward to speaking rather than to dread it. I used to be like, oh, I have to go speak, but now I'm like, oh, I get an opportunity to get better. So that is another thing that this class, that I hope this class would help me with. So now that we have looked at what I hope to get out of this class, let me describe the thing that I believe was best about this course. The best part of this course, I believe, is how I was able to not only learn new things, but then take what I learned and relay it to other people. I know we had to have our live audience for pretty much all of our speeches, and what was cool was learning something and then 10 minutes later sitting in front of my parents and my brother and being like, I learned this, and then after, it would honestly start a whole new conversation of like, whoa, I can't believe that's real, or I can't believe that's true. A lot of the times the statistics were really cool, and I really liked getting to learn about those things and actually get real life data on a lot of important situations. I also liked how structured this class was. There was really good structure, but I also was very free. You would give us an assignment, and I didn't feel like I had to do it a certain way, but I knew how it had to be done, if that makes sense. I could put my own spin on it, but I knew that it still had to fit in certain guidelines, so I thought that was really cool. And lastly, which I never thought I'd say, but this class made me not dread homework. I actually looked forward to giving speeches. Sure, I had a really hard time filming some of them, and sometimes I would be here for 5 takes and just be so mad, but I actually enjoyed getting to struggle and learn through that process. So now that we have learned what I hoped to get out of this course and what I liked best from this course, I want to discuss how this course can be improved. Honestly, for improving this course, I have very little suggestions. I have very little suggestions for improvement. The teacher, I felt like I was able to easily access the teacher if I needed help or had questions or concerns. I felt like there was a reasonable amount of homework, never too much, and it didn't feel like I also wasn't learning anything with too little homework. But yeah, assignments were also very reasonable. They wouldn't take too long. I'd say for the speeches, it took maybe an hour. The first 30 minutes, you're doing your outline. The next, you're preparing for your speech. And the other 7 to 10, you're giving your speech. So I thought that was super simple. And genuinely just thought that this class would have been a lot terrible, a lot worse than it was. So I was super glad when I started taking the class and I was like, okay, this isn't actually too bad. But if I had to give improvement, I would say maybe make the speech outline a little bit more easy to fill out. I know doing the downloading part, it kind of sometimes was super difficult, and it kind of just took a lot of time. Sometimes I had to write it because it was just so hard to do on the computer. So maybe figuring out a better way to do that and to submit it as a doc would maybe be a better option. Today I informed you about my experience in COM 1. We explored what I hoped to get out of the course, what I liked most about the course, and then finally I showed you how, or explained a certain way this course could improve in my opinion. So hopefully next time you are wanting to get better at speaking and you're terrified to stand in front of other people, you can maybe take COM 1 and build that confidence, not only for yourself, but for the people around you to see maybe it's just not that bad. Thank you.